Guys, they said Paropo and the Geisi elders were all disturbed, including Dr. Elizabeth, who witnessed what happened to Ooni of Ife in his chambers. According to the gist, they said Kabiyesi came back to the palace very late that day. When he finished everything that he normally does, they said whenever he returned back, he will freshen up, come out and have his dinner. After which they will sometimes he will take like 2 hours to look at his paperwork and everything. Then after everything, he will go back to his chambers. And the information have it that whenever he is entering his chamber, that he normally uses his back to enter. He doesn't use his front, as in he doesn't enter through the front, as in using his face like every other human being. And a lot of people are saying that this is happening because Kabiyesi is a living deity based on what they believe. That in Ile-Ife there are different deities, but he is a living deity. And when I hear that Kabiyesi is a living deity, I'll be asking myself, if Kabiyesi is a living deity, why will all this juju from all of these women affect him? If Kabiyesi is a living deity like they are claiming, why is he using protective charms? Because to me, what I understand that he is a kind of mini god. Let me just put it that way. So, but that is not why we're here. They said the reason why he uses his back is because of things like this and all of that. But that day that this thing happened, they said he entered the normal way he used to enter before. Then there was this particular guard that is standing in front of his chambers, and he is there in case of necessity, at least something like this that happened today. uh the guard cannot enter Kabiyesi's chamber without maybe Kabiyesi calling on him to enter, or maybe someone took him in. I don't know how to explain it, but on his own, he cannot just enter Kabiyesi's chamber, but he is to stay there in case of any need of him. So they said when Kabiyesi enters, the guard closed the door, but the next minute there was a kind of different noise from that place, that as if there was a meeting going on in that place. That was what they said the guard witnessed, as in what he heard. He didn't see people, but he was hearing different voices, strange voices in different sound. Some were echoing, some were whispers. So there was something strange was happening in there. And they said there was a kind of loud shout from Kabiyesi. you know that was what they said the guard was explaining to the people. So the guard was shocked and surprised, because he is always there and he have not witnessed such a thing before. And when Kabiyesi shouted in such a loud voice, they said the guard could not rush in. I don't know why. But what he did was to go and call on Dr. Elizabeth, because from what we are hearing, Dr. Elizabeth is Kabiyesi's personal doctor. Dr. Elizabeth is also a doctor by a medical doctor. She's also a medical doctor. And most of this time, they say Kabiyesi is having health challenges, like his blood pressure increasing most of the times. They say Dr. Elizabeth is always the one that is taking care of him. So at this point, this guard was thinking that it was a kind of health issue. But why he was not too convinced that it was health issue was because of the strange voices, different voice that is coming out from that Kabiyesi's room. Then they said the guard rushed and called Dr. Elizabeth, telling Dr. Elizabeth that there is danger in Kabiyesi's chamber. They said Dr. Elizabeth followed him immediately. On getting there, they said Dr. Elizabeth saw Kabiyesi on the floor. He was sitting and kind of chanting. He was making some enchantment and all of that. And Dr. Elizabeth have not seen him in such manner before. They said Dr. Elizabeth, on the other hand, was trying to call his attention, but he wasn't responding. They said he is acting as someone that is not even within this earth, that he have transformed to something else. The kind of voice that is coming out from his mouth, that even Dr. Elizabeth could not even understand anything from it. They say at that point, Dr. Elizabeth started calling on his brother, the elder one, the eldest brother. Then the eldest brother did not waste time to come. They said they called Paropo, but before Paropo could come, the eldest brother have called another Ifa priest who understand what is happening very well. They said they were there. They couldn't do anything. All their this thing to draw his attention to back to them wasn't working. Then they said at that moment, while they were still waiting for Paropo to come, the Ifa priest was able to come before Paropo, and they said the Ifa priest started brought out his material for all this chanting and everything, and started doing his own enchantment. While he was doing it, the Kabiyesi was able to speak in the language. But before then, before the Ifa priest was started doing that one, they said the language that Kabiyesi was speaking, that not even the eldest brother could understand what he was saying. As in, he was speaking, I don't know if I'm to call it, I don't know. But why Ifa priest was doing what he was doing, they said Kabiyesi was able to speak what they will hear. And at that point, his tongue changed to, as in, he started speaking in Yoruba, as in a language that they understand. And based on what he was saying, he was calling on Queen Naomi. They said he was busy calling on Queen Naomi. He was a kind of even crying while doing that thing, calling on Queen Naomi, asking Queen Naomi, why do you want to leave him again? Why do you want to leave him again? Then in the first life, you left him when he needed you the most, and now you want to leave him again. That what is all this? What have he done to deserve such from you, that you have promised that you will never leave him? Why are you leave? They said everyone was shocked and surprised. But come to think of it, it is Kabiyesi who is pushing Queen Naomi out of him. They said he was doing all of that. At some point, while he was saying all of that, the Ifa priest was still doing his own enchantment and the incantation. And while doing it, the Kabiyesi was able to regain himself. And at that point, but at first, they say when Dr. Elizabeth entered, those voices that guard talked about, that she didn't hear anything. But the condition he saw Kabiyesi told him that all is not well. You know, it was at last that they said it was that the Ifa priest now explained that Kabiyesi have transformed to a deity at that point. And if nothing was done, if they did not rescue him the way they did, that he would have from there joined the they say everyone was shocked. Kabiyesi's father became disturbed, so much disturbed that who knows why, and maybe they already know why, but what if this thing has happened to him when nobody was around, or they were unable to? And this is why it is also important that even the guards should be allowed to enter inside, especially when there is emergency like this. I don't know what to say. When I hear this, I was shocked, and I said, what could this be, my people? If you know what it is, I beg, put it below the comment section. Don't forget that these are all alleged information. I wasn't there, now here I hear. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, follow my page, give my video a thumbs up, and share this video. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Bye. See you.